Hey guys, it's me Suja over here. Welcome back to another video. So, yeah, on this video, I'm going to be talking about I got food poisoned last night here in Vietnam. Uh, yeah, I'm still kind of recovering. Took some medications and just road to recovery. But I just want to talk about my personal experience of getting a food poisoning out here in Vietnam. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, the name of my channel is called Sujo in Vietnam. I've been living over here for over 7 years. I was an English teacher before for 4 years. And then I started my online business and I'm also a full-time YouTuber. So if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, it takes less than 2 seconds. Just hit the subscribe button and that way you can support my work. So let me just have a bit of my morning medication drink. It's not black coffee, right? So yeah, actually yesterday evening I went out. I took my electric bike and I thought of packing up a banh mi, because there's this lady, she was selling the banh mi and it looked kind of fresh to me, and I was like saying like, yeah, sure, I'm going to let me pack up one banh mi before my evening workout. So yeah, so I paid like I think 10,000 Vietnam dong because I'm staying out here in the countryside, so things are pretty cheaper out here. So I got the banh mi. I had half of it and I kept half of it in the fridge because I might eat it like at a late night snack or something. Yeah. So everything, like I was going around, like I was carrying on around my normal day, and just kind of wrapping up some work, and then just getting ready for my pre-workout. Had some of my pre-workout drinks. Yeah, and then I started doing my workout, and it was just kind of, I think it's just like 10 minutes before I started my workout, I was kind of feeling a bit funny, and I was just like, I was like, initially I was feeling like I'm forgetting things, right? Like, oh, I'm supposed to do this, or why didn't I switch that off or something? So I kind of was feeling like, I'm kind of going through a kind of a micro amnesia. And anyway, so I started my workout, and like within the first 5 6 minutes, I started feeling like really uncomfortable. I never had this feeling. I felt like my stomach was like really burning up, and I felt like, okay, maybe maybe I can, if I can just finish out the workout, and but I was like halfway there. I was doing my high intensity workout, and you know how it is, like doing a high intensity workout, like you really need to give in your 100%. So I was trying my best, and I felt like not feeling good. I can't pick up the weights. I felt like my body started to react very sensitive, right? I started having like um, you know, I started feeling kind of cold, right? Because I kept the aircon on in my room when I was doing the workout. Kind of, my body was feeling kind of cold, and I felt like my stomach was getting like churning. I was kind of getting paralyzed, and then I said that, okay, I can't carry on. I got to stop the workout. And I just sat down. I kept the fan in front of me because I really wanted to cool down. I was listening to some techno music on my earbuds, and I thought that maybe that could help me to ease the pain. But I and then I started getting these kind of hallucinations. Like things like I'm jumping off somewhere, or I was kind of feeling, and like my stomach was really becoming very hot, and the back of my neck started really burning. And I said, this is not right. I felt like I don't feel right, and like then I started feeling very nauseating. The nausea kicked in, and I felt like I got to puke. Yeah. It's just like too much for me. So yeah, I mean, I came down. I just I positioned myself in front of the kitchen sink because I knew anytime now I'm gonna throw up. And yeah, I mean, to my horror, it did happen. I couldn't control myself. I start throwing up, like a Japanese funtaria. Those kind of those anim. If you watch those Japanese animation movies, like when they puke out, like they puke out with all the rush and everything. So yeah, I kind of puked multiple times, and like it was just like completely. I could taste the banh mi in my mouth, being puked out, on the kitchen sink, and I felt like fucking dying or something, and I was like, it was kind of my head was shaking, and I was like, I was not able to stand, right? And at the same time, I felt like, I want to poop out, but I had to control it because I don't want to have like diarrhea, like vomiting and diarrhea at the same time. That would mess up the kitchen. I mean, I don't want to give bad news to my landlady. So yeah, speaking of my landlady, so I mean, I got some consciousness, and warmed up some water, and started having some warm water, and fortunately, I did have some medicines with me, which I got back home, and I just took one, and I was lying on the sofa here in my living room. Like, I got a wooden sofa, like it's a traditional Vietnamese sofa. Now, if you live in a traditional Vietnamese home, they got these wooden sofas without the cushions and everything, and they just like to lie down flat on bed. Even like Vietnamese people, they like to sleep on the floor on a mat or something. So anyway, so I was lying down, and I contacted my landlady. So she came in another 15 minutes. She lives close by. And so she was a bit concerned. She was saying, "Are you okay?" and everything. I said that I think I just got food poisoning, and I just had that banh mi. That was not right, I mean, because it tasted just normal. I mean, I've had so many banh mi's in Vietnam, I mean. The last I remember I got food poison was having a Vietnamese cafe da. And be very careful when you have that, the strong Vietnamese coffee. If you have it from the roads, if they don't make it right, you could land up with some kind of food poisoning, and you could get really nauseating with that. So I had a very bad experience with that. But anyway, so the landlady came, and I was like, saying, I'm not gonna pick up her name, but just told her that she was very nice. She got some medications for me. She said, "You have this. You need to take some rest and everything." And I just said, "Okay." And yeah, so I just had. She got some soup. She got some light soup. I just had some soup, and I just knocked off. I said I call it a day. So I knocked off to sleep around 9 around 9 p.m. Usually I like to sleep a bit late at night, around like 12:30, 1 in the morning. I like to watch my Netflix and everything, but like yesterday I was not able to move. I mean, just like a 2-minute walk felt like, I'm walking like for 10 minutes. I was like, my body was paining. My body is still paining the back of my body. Like my back still hurts. So yeah, I mean, I just kind of knocked off, and then like in the middle of the night, I felt kind of funny, and I just said, "Oh shit!" I just wet my bed, man. I mean, I actually had a kind of a diarrhea reaction, and I kind of did it on the bed, and I was like immediately came down to the restroom, cleaned up myself. Yeah, so not a very good experience. I mean, I took out the pillow sheet, the bed sheet, and I'm going to give it for laundry. But yeah, I mean, when you have a food poisoning out here, be very careful. Always get medications from your home country. Don't go out too loose and eat a lot of street foods and everything. Especially be careful of the ice when you're having, like usually I have a fridge, and I have a filtered Aquafina, or like I buy those filtered water, and I make a ice out of that. I don't never have tap water from here. It's not like in America or in Australia or like in Europe where you can have tap water. So don't do that. Bring medications from your home country, and just be careful what you're eating around, especially the street food, because like Vietnam does not have a good track record when it comes to food hygiene. Not like in Thailand where I can shut my eyes and I can eat kind of any street food. I never have any issues with that. Yes, it may get a bit spicy, but I never had food poisoning in Thailand. But here you got to be a bit careful. So yeah, I mean, I kind of slept, but I was like tossing and turning. My back was paining, tossing and turning. And this morning, my landlady, she came around 7 in the morning, and she came to check up on me, and she was like, are you okay? Because I got a very nice landlady. So she came to check up on me, and she was like really nice and everything, and she gave me a little gift to cheer me up. I'm gonna play that for you before I finish this video. But yeah, stay safe, be careful what you're eating around here in Vietnam, especially if you're traveling around in Vietnam, and if you're a solo traveler, and if you're not confined to one location, and if you're just moving around, be very careful, because chances of you getting a food poisoning would be higher compared to someone who's actually staying out here in one specific location here in Vietnam, has an apartment, or renting a place. So especially for solo travelers, be very careful. Yeah, so that's been my food poisoning experience out here in Vietnam. I mean, I would love to hear from you, have you experienced food poisoning out here in Vietnam? Like, have you eaten something which was not right, or how many days you were like food poisoned? I'm pretty sure that by this evening I'll be all right. But, I've heard of stories of other foreigners, other expats getting food poisoned, and, they're like sick for days. Especially the solo travelers who are traveling around Vietnam from north to south or whatever it is. But be careful. Yeah, so if you found this video to be informational, if you liked watching this video, make sure to like the video and all the good stuff. If you found this video to be informational, you can always buy me a coffee. The link is down in the description below. That way you can support my work. And if you're traveling around in Southeast Asia and you want to start a successful online business, you can check out my income stream website. I'm keeping the link down in the description below. So yeah, I'm wishing myself a speedy recovery. So I think next week I will upload my video, because I'm still recovering. I'm still taking my medications. Speaking of something to cheer me up, so let me play it for you. So my landlady, she was sweet enough to give me a musical jukebox, or whatever you call this as. Let me play it for you. Okay, and that way we can finish off the video. I love it when it pops. Peace out.